Hey YouTube, what's up? I want to tell everybody this. Baseball's back, and now I I'm not sure how they're going to do the divisions, but by the look of it, I think they're going to do it by geographical locations. So in the in the East divisions, you'll have everybody. It's the same divisions. You'll have Boston. I'm going AL East and NL East will be combined. So you'll have Boston, Baltimore, AL East and NL East will combine. NL Central and AL Central will combine, and then you got the West. So the East divisions, I think that's how they're going to do it, but I think we're going to do that, but I'm not for sure yet. But I'll give it to you if they do. In the East, like I said, it's Boston, Baltimore, New York, Tampa, Toronto. And then you'll have the NL East teams join them. Atlanta, Philly, New York, Miami, Washington. In the Central, you'll have Cleveland, Chicago, Detroit, Kansas City, Minnesota. And then from the NL Central, you'll have Cincinnati, Chicago Cubs, excuse me. Cardinals and the Pirates and the Brewers in those divisions. In the West, you'll have Houston, Oakland, Seattle, Texas, both LA teams, San Diego, San Francisco, and Colorado. Now, if the season was not delayed in March, I will tell you who I had win what division. I had the Yankees winning the division. Well, why not? I mean, they won the division last year, and I think you all know what happened, but I think this year they're going to be better. They're likely going to win the division. I'm going to restart. I apologize. Here's who I have in the AL East. I have the Yankees, Rays, Red Sox, Blue Jays, and Orioles. I think the Orioles are still in rebuilding mode. I think they'll probably lose 100 games for the third year in a row, but the future's going to look bright in Baltimore soon. Blue Jays are right in the middle of rebuilding, but they've done better. The Red Sox, I see them in third, missing the playoffs again because of the scandal. Alex Cora was their manager, and I think he was involved in it. I'm not sure. You let me know. Tampa, I see him in second as a possible wild card. And then if the AL East, like I said, if they would have done the season in March with the three divisions, I would have the Yankees win the division. Now, in the AL Central, this is who I had, like I said. Well, I'm not going to repeat. This is how I would have happened if the season wasn't delayed. My winners are, I have the Twins, White Sox, Indians, Royals, and Tigers. Tigers are rebuilding like the Orioles. I think they're going to be like at least one of the three worst teams in the league, just like Baltimore. Royals are rebuilding too, so there. Indians, I have in third, and the reason why I have the Indians in third is because Kipnis is no longer there. Kubler got traded to the Rangers, and the Lindor rumors going on. I think that's going to be an issue. This is the reason why I have the Indians in third. Second place, these are one of my two surprise teams in the league. I'm going to go with the White Sox because I like what they've done in the offseason. Signed Grandal. They signed Keuchel. Sorry, I almost say Kubler, but sorry, I had to pretend to hit myself in the hammer just like one of those whammies. I'm pressure like I apologize. I think the White Sox will be right in the mix, but I think they're a year away from actually being a contender, maybe two, but I think it's going to look bright in Chicago for the White Sox again. I have the Twins winning the division because they got good lineup. I do like some of their players. I like Cruz. I do like their lineup. I do love their lineup. And Rocco Baldelli is a good manager. That's why he was named Manager of the Year. I thought it would be Aaron Boone. I mean, I'm biased because I'm a New York fan for baseball as well because I got family from New York, and I want to respect that. Okay, now back to what I'm saying. In the AL West, Astros, A's, Angels, Rangers, and the Mariners. Now, I was kind of iffy with 4th and 5th because I just didn't know what to do there. I think the Mariners are rebuilding. The Rangers, I think they're hit and miss. You don't know what's going to happen there. Angels and A's, I was iffy on that one. I know the A's are a pretty good team and the Angels are too, but I think the Angels may be a year away, just like the White Sox. Okay, and I have the Astros winning again despite the cheating scandal. Like I said, Astros are still going to win the West, but I don't know how they'll get in the playoffs. And my other wild card is the Oakland A's, but I think it's going to be a rematch. So we'll see what happens. Now I'm going to the National League. The NL East. I have the Nationals, Braves, Mets, Phillies, and the Marlins. Marlins, they're rebuilding. I see them as one of the 3 worst teams in the league. Phillies and Mets. Well, I had the Mets in 3rd, but with Syndergaard out for the year, I'm going to flip. Well, I'm going to keep it. Phillies at 4th and the Mets at 3rd. Nationals and the Braves. You know, I honestly feel like this is a 50-50 on this one. Because I know the Braves won the division last year, but they choked in the NLDS. Well, 2018, I would give them a pass because the Dodgers had more experience. But last year in the NLDS against the Cardinals, they had a chance to win the series, and they choked. They have not won a playoff series in almost 20 years. So, I think the Nationals are going to win the division. Now, are they going to go back to the World Series? That's going to be in a few moments. Now, in the NL Central, this is who I had. Cardinals, Reds, Cubs, Brewers, Pirates. Pirates are rebuilding. The Cubs and Brewers, you don't know, but I picked the Brewers to finish in 4th. I know they still got Christian Yelich. He's good. But they lost Grandal, Moose, Thames. I forget who else they lost in the offseason, but Grandal, Moose, and Thames were one of those 3 big bats they needed. I think the Brewers are still going to have a good lineup, but the pitching I'm kind of iffy on, so there. Now, the top three, everybody, I was kind of iffy on this one. I don't know who I have 3rd, 2nd, and 1st, but I have the Cubs in 3rd. They really did not make a lot of moves in the offseason. I don't know if they did. The only thing they did was sign Kipnis. That was it. Now, this is one of my other 2 teams I think is going to be good this year. The Reds. Now, a lot of people have them winning the Central or winning the wild card, but I'm going to have them as the wild card. Like I said, if the season was played out right in March. And I have the Cardinals winning the division. I think they still have a good team. I was kind of iffy on this one, just like the NL East. So I'm going to have the Cardinals and then the Reds. They're my other surprise team. Now, the NL West, I have the Dodgers, Diamondbacks, Padres, Rockies, and Giants. Giants are rebuilding. Colorado, I thought they were going to be good last year, but they had injuries. I like Nolan Arenado. I like some of their players. I like Nolan and Nolan Arenado and Charlie Backman. They seem to be good. Padres, I still think they're a year away. Diamondbacks really made some moves in the offseason. They got Bumgarner. They got Marte. Padres made some moves too, but I still think the Dodgers are going to be the favorites to win the West again. Now, these are my playoff predictions, like I said. I'm not going to say it. You know the whole thing. The wild card, I have the Rays over the A's just like last year. The ALDS, Yankees over the Rays in Florida. Home field's going to go through the Bronx in the AL. And in the National League, for the Dodgers, I don't know who would have the home field, but depending on wins, I would give the edge to the Yankees. Yankees will defeat the Rays in 4. Twins, you're going to finally win a playoff series for the first time in almost 20 years. You'll beat the Astros, but going up against the Yankees, Minnesota has had problems against them. I think it still continues. I don't think it's going to be a sweep in the ALCS. I see the Yankees winning 6. They'll go to the World Series for the first time in 11 years. The National League, this is my scene. Dodgers, Nats, Cardinals, Reds, and Braves. Like I said, the Braves have kind of choked in the playoffs. So the Reds, one of these playoff hexes history is going to end. I'm sorry to say this, but I think the Reds might have a good lineup. The Braves too. I'm going to say it's the Reds. Now the NLDS have the Dodgers and the Reds. I'm going to say it's going to be a great series, but I have the Dodgers beating the Reds in 5. I know I'm a Reds fan, but I know it's going to hurt to see the Dodgers win a series, but I'm going to give the edge to the Dodgers because they have experience in the playoffs. So there. I'm going to have the Nationals beat the Cardinals in 4, just like in the NLCS last year when the Nationals just swept them. It's going to be a rematch of last year's NLDS and the rematch of the A1 World Series. But guess what? There'll be no Blue Monday this time. I want to apologize to all the fans of Montreal for that, but forgive me, Montreal. I know it must have stunned to see the Nationals win the World Series last year when you guys. I'm going to say this: if this strike hadn't happened in '94, I think you guys would have at least gone to the NLCS in '94 or gone to the World Series in '94 and possibly won. Forgive me, Montreal. I still wish your team was back, though. So I'm going to have the Dodgers in the World Series, and we are finally going to have an East-West Coast World Series for the first time in almost 4 decades. Because the last time it happened was in '81. That was a strike-shortened season, everybody. And the Yankees and Dodgers played in the World Series, and the Dodgers won. But like the Braves, the Dodgers have kind of been the team not to get over the hump. And I'm going to see the Yankees win the series in 6. So those are my predictions to see what would have happened if we would have had the full season. But I'm probably going to be back later this month with an update to see what is going to happen. They may not do it by geographical locations, who knows, but it's the last weekend of June. Hope everybody's ready for the 4th. Have a great day. Peace.